Welcome to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel. Hosts Kimmi and Jeff Nunnally, along with Alexis Franklin, share expert insights to help you launch and grow a successful mobile notary business, no matter what state you are commissioned in. Learn how to become a top-notch loan signing agent and get answers to common notary questions. Explore our all-inclusive $47 monthly training library, plus live weekly online coaching sessions with courses on general notary work, wedding efficient services, remote online notary, ink fingerprinting, apostille, translation services, and I-9 completion. So please remember that Notary Educators LLC is your one-stop shop for notary training. Now sit back and watch Kimmi and crew, and don't forget to subscribe to the Notary Educators with Kimmi YouTube channel for more tips. Take your notary business to new heights.
You can. I've made more than that. Okay? But it just depends. So is every day going to be a $150 day? No. What if today is $150, tomorrow's $300? What if today is nothing, tomorrow's $300? So I'm just giving you some averages to think about though. Okay? And even some of these cheaper jobs like $30, people say, well, I don't want to work for $30. But if you do 3 of those a day at $90, so we got 3 $30 jobs, right? Times, let's do that same 24 days. That's $2,100 a month. Could you do something extra with $2,100? I think you could. Could you pay a house payment with $2,100 doing 3 $30 jobs? Yeah. Yeah, and don't forget they only take like 10 minutes for a long mile once you learn how to do it. Okay, so let's see. Ivory Solution says, need that book. I'm new to notary in Arizona. How do you perform translation services? So Ivory Solutions, I would say buy my book, How to Start Your Notary Business First in the state of Arizona. Okay, let's start there so you can learn how to be a notary basically and what all is included in the notary business since you're brand new. Okay, this book I'm talking about here is when you're ready to become a loan signing agent. So there's 2 different things, similar but 2 different. Okay, this book really is about do's and don'ts for notary signing agent, what to do at the signing table when this happens, what to do at the signing table when that happens. So that's what this book is. But you probably need to start your notary business book. I got one here. This one is for Indiana, but every state has their own book. Okay, so start there, and that way you can get a nice overview. Got Florida. Everybody got their own book. Indiana. I think I did Indiana. Florida, right? So anyway, that's what I would recommend you start so you can get an overview. So translation services is just that though. Your client has a document from another country, and it may not even be another country. It might be local. It's in another language. And they need to get it translated. So they can look it up and figure out how to do it themselves, but most of them will not. Back to like I was saying earlier, the same reason we hire Uber Eats, we hire Instacart to bring out our groceries. It's just that we don't want to be bothered, right? We pay somebody to do everything. They got laundry services now, and that's nothing new either, but it's becoming more popular. Cleaning your house. You know, back in the day, that was a luxury for certain people to get their house clean, right? Nowadays, the average person can afford to get their house clean because they start out with an $18 service just to get in your home, and it may go up to $50. People are like, I got $50. I don't want to have to clean my house. If you're going to come out weekly and do it for $50, they'll pay you. So you help the client to get the document translated. And a lot of times that don't even involve driving to them. They email it to you, you get it complete and give it back to them. Okay? And you got to see how they want to get it back. There are different ways to do translation services because sometimes that client needs an actual ATA translator, American Translator Association, I think it is. Can't think right this second. But they need a actual person that's been trained. And then other times they might just need a translator. But either way, I always do it the right way because I don't want no errors and mistakes. So I can call one of my friends and say, hey, can you translate this? But I always just usually hire it out. And then you add a little fee on it and give it back to the client. Okay? GG Solution said that they hadn't heard of it and don't know how to do it. Well, you will know how to do it and how to add it to your business. because I'm going to show you how, and you're in mentorship, or either you could buy the course separately. As I already mentioned, all things notary, just check out our website, notaryeducatorsllc.com.
Hey Notary fam, it's Kimmi. I am here to let you know, just in case you have not heard about the Notary Business Coaching Success Program. We meet weekly. We talk about your notarial duties, how to do an acknowledgement, how to do a jurat, how to administer an oath, everything you've been asking for. And guess what else is included? Unlimited access to all of my trainings that will also include ink fingerprinting, trust/estate documents, learn how to properly execute a trust. Don't forget, we also have the private community, like-minded notaries who have been trained by me. Check out my book that I've written for each state, How to Start Your Notary Business in Alabama, California. You get the point. Wherever you're located, there's a book for your state. Well, hopefully I'll see you soon over in training. Notary Educators, LLC. We got you covered. Bye.
And you can see all the different courses. So the Notary Giant says, for new notaries, master each type in the notary industry before moving to complex services. Yes, Notary Giant. And that is exactly what I teach people. You have to know the basics. You cannot do anything in this industry if you do not know how to properly notarize. So you will hear people say, well, you don't have to be a notary to be an apostille agent, or you don't have to be a notary to do. You do not have to be a notary, but I teach that in every one of my courses is you have to be a great notary. Not just a notary, a great notary. You have to know these notarization processes before you can do translation services, before you can do apostille services. So my goal and my role as an educator is to educate you about the different things that you can do. I never suggest that you should do everything at one time, because I never did everything at one time. It's impossible for the average person to do every single service that you can do immediately. It's just impossible. What I recommend is that you start with general notary work. I always say, once you learn general notary work, you're going to be a beast master out there. Ain't nothing you can't do, okay? Once you master general notary work. Then you become a loan signing agent. That's what I recommend. Then you can add apostille services. Then you can add translation services. And actually, a lot of times with apostille work, you need to know translation services, because those documents will need to be translated before they can be apostilled. So to Notary Giant's point, always master one thing before you learn the next. And sometimes you're going to be forced to learn something you're not even ready to, because your client will ask you to do things that that you don't even know nothing about. Example, I had a client, and I got a few minutes today because my appointments were earlier today, so I got a few minutes. I'm gonna hang out. But one of my clients, I did a general notary work for him, and he goes, "Hey, I need you to go and do a passport picture for my aunt who's in the hospital." I wasn't offering passport photos. I was like, I told him that too. I said, that's not something that I offer. He was like, Kimberly, you can do it. My clients have so much confidence in me. And I was like, okay. So I did a little research on it. So me and Jeffrey, we went and bought a white construction board, went to the hospital, put it behind the client, took her passport photo, uploaded it to an app, went and picked it up, and gave it to my client. I undercharged it because I wasn't sure what I was doing. He was satisfied, paid me double what I asked for, because that passport photo had to be taken. So he pushed me into doing something that I wasn't even comfortable with my own self. So I do offer passport photos. I even bought the actual little card holders and everything, the paper, but I haven't had that many requests for it. So that's why I don't teach it. But I have, if someone calls me right now and say, hey, I need a passport photo taken, I'll do it. Again, it's not my favorite thing in the world to do, but I will do it if someone calls me, and I know how to now, because my client made me do it. That's why I said sometimes you may say, well, I don't want to do apostille services, or I don't want to do translation services, or whatever. But your client, they will ask you, they will tell you what they need. If you can't provide the service, they will find someone who can. So that's going to be up to you. And I always teach my students, don't turn down no money. Me and you can work it out together. We can split it, you know. Don't just be like turning down money. Now, my preference is for you to get the money yourself. So that's why I say stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Okay.